afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's 2 p.m. Eastern time. Everybody back to the grind today after the long holiday weekend. Thanks for making this part of your routine. This is Back to the Window with, or excuse me, it is not Back to the Window. It is not.
We poured one out for that yesterday.
R.I.P. Back to the Window. This is just Parlays with Chris King. I'm your host, Scott Steen. I'm the lead handicapper at winnersandwhiners.com. Chris, you know, people come to the show and they know you and I pretty high energy, a lot of joking around. Maybe down a little bit today. You had a personal tragedy there in the family. I know your wife's grandfather passed away. You guys were very close. So condolences from me and from everybody else, I'm sure. So yeah, appreciate you doing the show. I'm not sure I would have done the show. I probably would have but you said your wife ran and you didn't even have a chance to make the decision.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to the soda to get a fridge, or going to the fridge to get a soda, and came back and she was out the door and halfway down the driveway.
All right. Well, my apologies and then my condolences, and that sucks, man. So good to see you.
I mean, we always say that, you know, no matter who you are as an athlete or anything else, that, you know, the one opponent that never gets beaten is time, and you know.
Undefeated.
Unfortunately, you know, that trend continues.
Undefeated, I think he was roughly the same age as my dad. My dad was 90, and
yeah, he would have turned 90 in September.
That's what I was thinking. So, good run, I assume. And if he was anything like my pop, he was probably didn't want to spend the last years a lot different than he spent the first part of his life. So
yeah, I mean, he used to be he was a cop before,
right,
in both Houston and Buffalo. So. But, you know, at least, you know, he's in a better place as far as all that goes. I know it's a cliche and it doesn't sound like a good thing when you talk about it, but
very comforting, man. Very comforting.
At the end of the day, it is what it is. Absolutely. And I hate using that phrase too, because they use it way too often down here.
I get that. So, all right, man. Well, thanks for being here. I know, depending on the schedule for the rest of the week, you might miss a day. Just
no, I'm not gonna be Wally pipped. I'll be here.
Well, I mean, some things get scheduled. You get visitations, you get funerals that sometimes the hours don't match up. I mean, it happens. I'm just saying, we'll understand if it does.
Yeah, I appreciate it, but my plan is to be here. You know.
I know. It's good to have you, and you are a gamer, sir. You're an absolute gamer. Hey, good to see some guys in the comment section. James checking in says, been waiting on you guys. Well, my God, here we are, brother.
We should have queued up. Well, I guess waiting for a girl like you wouldn't have really worked because, right. You know, but we could have. We could have improvised by putting up a picture of somebody, and then it would have.
Have you seen the movie Waiting with Ryan Reynolds?
Yes, yeah. There's what, Still Waiting or something.
Yeah, it's not a good movie by any stretch, but it's like a lot like Office Space. Not a great movie, some very funny scenes and some very funny lines in it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with Office Space.
No, it's it drags its spots, the whole hypnotized thing, and whatever. It's not.
But at least that's early in the movie, though.
That's true. That's true.
I really like Diedrich Bader in that as Lawrence. What would you do with $1 million, Lawrence?
Yeah,
I'll tell you what I'd do. 2 chicks at the same time.
Yep, and that's still a meme to this day, man. Brandon Kubas checking in, wishing us a happy Tuesday. I want to say congratulations to Brandon. He had a 6-teamer, if I remember right from the comment section. He had a 6-teamer on Saturday, so
that's good stuff.
That'll buy you some fireworks right there, man. DE Mortal Dead Boys in the hizzy. What's up? Lex Steele, Buffalo Bill in the Greater Scott. Damn right, that's us, man.
Lexington Steel, not Remington Steel.
I like you. Fuck you. You're cool. That's absolutely right. Yep. Absolutely.
I wouldn't say I'm missing it, Bob.
That's just we still use. That's another line we use to this day, man. That and Nasim, not gonna
work here anymore.
So
why should I have to change my name? I was here first.
How did your weekend go from a gambling perspective? How the picks do? Did you get some premium?
Everything was good until yesterday. Yesterday sucked.
Not good.
No, I mean, like I was saying in the pre-show, you know, Manoah struggled in the first inning. Wasn't helped by George Springer airmailing a throw. I didn't expect Oakland to score 3 runs in the whole game, much less in the first inning.
Yeah,
and I guess Toronto's bats didn't clear customs.
Toronto pretty much spent a week pissing off You,
everybody,
me, everybody that follows us, everybody that comments on my video, absolutely everybody. And somebody point. I was answering a comment the other day. Somebody said they were Toronto. They were going to play Toronto. I'm like, fuck that team. I'm not. I'm laying off.
I'm admittedly not touching the game today, not just because of what Toronto did yesterday, but because Kikuchi's pitching, and God knows what the hell you're going to get out of him.
Right. You're pretty sure he's going to suck. But then again, it may be like last time, 6 innings, 1 run. But statistically, he should go back to sucking again. We'll see.
Right.
Hey, X House, what's up, Big X? AJ is here.
He's asking if the Blue Jays are giving up.
I don't know about that, man.
I think they just hit a rough stretch. They ran into some, Tampa Bay got some good pitching, and then yesterday Irvin pitched a hell of a lot better than I expected. I got to give him credit. I thought he was going to get smashed all over the place, and I guess all that empty space in the Ring Central Coliseum worked out for him.
Yep, absolutely.
He didn't have anybody to boo
him. Well, we got a pretty full slate today.
Yeah, what did you now? You were right about Rodon yesterday. I got to give you credit there for what it is.
Thank you.
He still struck out 7 in 5 innings.
That's correct. You were also correct about my St. Louis bet that turned out to be just lighting money on fire, and it was one of my premiums. So we were talking about that, and I couldn't obviously say very much, but I caught him at 152, and I liked it, but. They were really never in that game, if I remember.
No, that 5-run second, and then Atlanta didn't score the rest of the game. But when you're up 6-0,
yeah, I was checking results because I was cooking out yesterday. I talked to you a little bit and everything, and
yeah,
but so I'm kind of keeping an eye on it, and I see there's rain in the top of the 5th with 1 out. I'm like, come on, fucking rain, come on, fucking rain.
Now, and the funny thing is, when it rains in Atlanta, it means it usually shows up here. Guess what didn't show up?
Rain.
Yep, it went somewhere else.
Well, it must not have been a very sustained type of shower because they were able to complete the game and get it in.
But it was rained out for 2+ hours.
Was it that long?
Yeah, it didn't restart until like 11:30.
Oh, God damn it! Yeah.
Well, and then we talked about Manea, and he sucked.
Yeah,
I thought he was going to pitch better than that.
I did. I certainly did. Yeah, I thought he would. I thought he would pitch better than that for sure.
And yeah, Crystal brings up a point about the Blue Jays too. Their heads aren't in the game. Mark Budzinski, the first base coach, his daughter passed over the weekend in a tubing accident.
A tubing accident, man.
Yeah, that's a.
We used to do that, and you'd go tubing, and it would always be a game with us to see how fast you could get them to fly off the tube. And, my boat was going, it wasn't a super fast boat. It was going probably 40, and you'd get swinging them and you'd get them going all the way from one side to the other. And I'm guessing that tube is probably going 60, 65 at that point. And, we did it all the time. So we knew how to hit, if you fell off, you just stayed on your back and skidded. But if you landed on your neck, and I don't even know that's how it happened.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
I could certainly see the potential. You hit that water going 60+ miles an hour. You get your head turned wrong. You could absolutely break a neck like that. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often. I really am.
I mean, could you imagine?
Most people aren't as big a dicks as we were on dragging people on too.
Could you imagine doing it in a cigarette boat like Crockett and Tubbs used to?
Oh yeah,
advice?
That's what I'm saying. And I don't know the physics behind it. You're an engineer, so maybe you would be able to know. But I don't know what the increase in velocity is when you're whiplashing somebody from the speed of the primary object. I don't know. I'm guessing you could increase it by 50%. But
easily. Easily.
So yeah, that was a badge of honor. It was like riding a bronco or riding a bull. If you could stay on the tube, you were the man. And I was able to stay on it mainly because I was on it was my boat. So nobody else drove it and could whip people as well as I could. If I'd have had me driving me, I'd have been toast. But because none of the guys, and of course it's not there, so they're a little timid. They're a little timid about doing crazy shit. And but yeah, it was a lot of fun, and that's a great point. And I don't want to make everything about me. I was just saying I could see. I don't know if it was a drowning, if you were like a tubing on the river. I was on a float trip one time where we lost a guy in a canoe that got stuck underneath a tree. So I know things like that happen as well. And plus, again, not without knowing any details, I don't want to say too much, but if there's alcohol involved, you make poorer decisions. Your reaction times are a little slower. Sometimes,
yeah, it says
but
she died in a boating accident in Virginia. She, fell off one of two girls that fell off a tube being pulled on a boat on the James River.
yeah, so I don't know what that means. I don't know if you broke a neck, if you drown. I don't know.
It doesn't say. It says the boat hit a wave. When the boat operator tried to get her out, the boat hit a wave, causing her to be pushed on top of her and hitting her with the propeller.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah, it says no foul play suspected, and alcohol was not a factor. So,
well, oh, fuck. That's awful.
Yeah,
and that's
especially at 17. You know, you had a lot. She had a lot to go.
Very preventable by an experienced boat driver. You know, you would going to pick somebody up. You would never have the engine in gear. That would always be in neutral, if not off. Once you get close to somebody like that, Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. Well,
can I talk about any of the wild games that we saw yesterday?
Please. Let's. Yeah, I didn't mean to start the show on such a downer. And Crystal's right. That absolutely could be having an effect on the clubhouse. And
yeah, and I didn't even think about that when I made the pick yesterday. I just figured I saw Manoah and I said, well, you know, he pitches pretty well.
Yeah, he pitched great. So yeah, there was some crazy stuff yesterday. A lot of day games.
The Cubs game pissed me off. I'll say that.
What did the Cubs do?
Suzuki hit an inside the park homer off Hader in the top of the ninth to make it 2-1.
Suzuki, not Kurt Suzuki.
No, Seiya Suzuki, the Japanese guy. He just came off the IL. Bottom of the ninth, Robertson gives up a ground rule double to put runners on second and third. He strikes Jace Peterson out on 3 pitches. Then he plunks a guy to load the bases, and then he walks Yelich on 4 pitches to force in the tying run. And then at the bottom of the 10th, Victor Caratini, ex-Cub, of course, hits a 3-run homer, and the Brewers win 5-2. So it still didn't end up over the total. That's what something we were talking about yesterday. We didn't want anything to do with the under, and it was friggin' 1-1 going to the ninth.
Right.
And right. So Justin Steele, of course, said, hold my beer when we talked about how he had a 7.29 road ERA.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Well, I was able to take advantage of a little bit of the craziness. Of course, I had the Orioles, a game we talked about. It was going on when we were on the air.
Yeah,
and they came back with a 2-out rally, man on first in the bottom of the ninth to tie it, and then win it in the 10th. So
after they gave up the go-ahead run in the top of the ninth.
But I will say, Chris, you know, when you're running good, those are the kind of games you win. When you're running bad, he drives that ball in the bottom of the ninth to the wall, and the guy catches it, you know, running at full speed and puts his glove up and catches a fucking snow cone. So,
or a prime example of what you're talking about there too is the White Sox yesterday. You know, they hit a ball and the Screws had runners on first and second. Buxton tracks it down at the wall, and then they turn it into a triple play.
Yeah, that's some horrific base running there.
It was. I don't know what Engel was thinking.
No. Not much, apparently.
He didn't even start running back second until, you know, the ball was already rolling into the infield.
Well, then my other one, I'm watching the Royals game, and they're up 5-1. Live price is $2.40. I pound that. Houston kind of gets out of it. It's 5-2, about the 7th inning or so. It's plus 380. I pound that and end up winning it in the ninth. So it was a great live bet opportunity to face.
So you doubled down against the Royals.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I was surprised when I looked at it and it was 5-0 in like the second inning. I was like, what the hell is this?
Lighting up Odorizzi as they almost always do.
And so does everyone. How did they let him throw 90 pitches?
I was mystifying because he was a little better in the 4th inning, but he gave up runs in the first 3 innings.
And he hadn't pitched since he had that thing where he fell over the bag and got hurt.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, that was what? Beginning of June, end of May?
Yeah, he'd been out, I think they said 6 weeks.
Okay.
So
even longer than I thought.
Yeah, absolutely. James S., what does James S. say, Chris? Without looking, what did he say?
Yo.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
like, James is just trying to replace Rocky Balboa. Hey, yo. Or he's trying to be the late Scott Hall, you know.
I'll tell you what people forget about the Rocky movies, or at least the first one. Stallone wrote that.
Right.
That was his movie. He wasn't just the dumb star that everybody he fucking wrote that movie.
Right.
Oh, he's not without talent, so
I'm still waiting for them to do like Creed 4 or 5 when instead where, you know, Creed's gonna fight Spider Rico's transgender kid or something like that, just because, you know, they keep talking about he's going to fight. It's going to be Clubber Lang's kid and everything else. You know,
right?
Pretty soon they're going to run out of guys. We're going to see Big Yank Ball or Joe Sizak. You know, all those guys where all you see is their name on the marquee when you see them laying on the ground.
Exactly.
Sooner or later, we're going to run out of guys.
We're going to run out of guys, man. What else surprised you yesterday? Anything really jump up and stun you?
Well, like I said, Rodon really stunned me. I didn't think he was going to get smacked around that badly. For a couple minutes, the Reds scared me because it was 3-3.
Mm-hmm.
But then, you know, reality set in and Hunter Green continued to give up runs.
Reds are going to red. Reds are going to red, baby.
Like you said, they score a ton of runs at home. The problem is they give up almost 6 runs a game.
That's brutal. It's absolutely brutal. Yeah,
and things get a whole lot worse for the Reds today because you saw who's coming back for the Mets. I'm sure Tim Earl is very excited as Max Scherzer makes his return to the mound today after being sidelined with that oblique injury.
Enjoy those 4 innings.
Yeah,
goes on for another month.
He might only need to go 4 innings because the score might be 11-2 by then.
Right.
On the flip side, you're going to see Nick Lodolo, or if you read Twitter, it's like, what the hell is Lodolo?
Not good. Not good.
Anything come out surprise you?
Here, let me say real quick here. I always like to give shout outs. George Nauta says, hey, pretty new to the channel. Love the content. Had some good bets from you guys last few days. Excellent. Glad to have you, of course. Doug says the roller's been hot. Good job, buddy. Speaking of hot, just saw a dog chasing a cat and they were both walking. But boom. Wait, can I find it on this reverse try? Nope. There it is.
First time you've used the soundboard in the 2.5 months you've been doing the show.
I don't have the buttons labeled, so you're just as likely to get as I just don't know.
Maybe you should label those.
You're not if you're not doing your
homework for college. Yeah, he's right.
How many changes more to come? I've started this week or last week rather. So
yeah, I got all my preview magazines and all that, and you know, got the transfer portal bookmarked, and
yep.
Going to be a lot of upheaval, and then you know, with all the changes that are going to be going on in the conferences and the way they're changing conference schedules, where like the ACC, you're going to play the same 3 teams every year, and then you're going to rotate the other teams and all that. All that does is it gives some of these teams an advantage because, you know, if you're playing the doormats of the conference every year, you know, you're getting 3 free wins. If you can avoid, you know, the NC States or the Clemsons or the Wake Forests in favor of facing Syracuse, you know, you're in good shape.
Yeah, although I will say, really just one true doormat in the ACC, and that's
Georgia Tech.
Yeah, I was going to say that's so Syracuse was a semi-doormat. I forgot about Georgia Tech. I forgot about their horrific. And, you know, they were doing something when they brought the coach in. I think this was his 2nd or 3rd year, and they brought him in from a standard offense at D2, at the D2, well, D1A, 1AA level, whatever. Bowl championship series. How about that?
Yeah.
But he coached a standard offense. So he takes over an offense from the dude that retired. That's all fucking triple option. They don't have a tight end on the roster.
Yeah, they got 87 running backs.
Right. So you know there was going to be some serious pain on the offensive side at Georgia Tech for at least a cycle, you know.
I mean, now they got a quarterback and they still don't throw the ball that much.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know what's up, and they got to get the defense needs to be better too. So.
I mean, you got to love the stat here that they have on Jeff Collins. I mean, he's 9-25 in his career there. It says he ended his losing streak to FCS opponents last year when they beat Kennesaw State.
Ooh.
A team that was playing their fourth string quarterback.
Go big or go home, buddy. AJ says more college football players getting paid. Absolutely. Chris, you in favor of that?
I tell you, it's good for some of these guys that are probably going to not pan out when they get to the NFL, or they'll have short careers or what have you. But it's an awful lot of money to be thrown around to some of these guys that what are they based on? They're based on what they did in high school or what they did in a year or two of college. Do you think that these guys are worth the kind of numbers are getting handed out? Probably not.
I don't. I'm okay with the kids getting paid. But the part that I have 2 parts I have a problem with. Number one, a lot of the same guys that are getting these huge deals are the same guys that are going to get huge deals later in life. So you're not really helping out that much. You're not helping the average athlete. The other thing that I have a problem with is how it's used as a recruiting tool.
That's the thing I was going to bring up too, because look at Nigel Pack. He left K-State to go to Miami because Miami gave him an NIL worth, what, $1 million or $1.1 million, something like that.
That's exactly right. And
how is that any different than what happened to SMU with the Pony Express?
Well, it's because it's legal now.
Well, that's what I mean. It's just, the only difference is you made it legal.
Yep.
Otherwise, SMU never would have had the death penalty 35 years ago.
Correct. James S says I can't wait for those UPUI games.
And Big X didn't want to get started, but like you said, you can't even go to parades now because of that incident in Illinois yesterday.
I can't. I can't, dude. You almost have to compartmentalize that shit, because if you dwell on that, if you dwell on things like that, you don't fucking care about sports. You don't, if you have a family, if you have kids, you spend your time, worried about shit. So you have to, I don't know how to deal with this shit anymore, dude. I just don't. It's almost become like the law of large numbers, where you see these fucking things happen and you're just almost immune to it. And and it doesn't, I don't know, man. It doesn't happen anywhere else. Yes, they had a shooting in Denmark over the weekend. First mass shooting in Denmark since 1980, 1981, some shit like that. We have those shit. We have the shit every day, every fucking day. And I don't know what the answer is. It's again, like everything else in America, there's a huge fucking divide right down the middle between one side and the other. I don't know how you bridge the gap. I don't know how you stop it. The problem is, Chris, no matter what you did, if you said no more gun sales tomorrow, it doesn't fucking matter, because there's still 400 million guns in America.
This is true.
And they are right in that most criminals don't get their guns legally. But then again, if they're not getting them legally, then they're being stolen from legal users who aren't taking very good care of things. So I don't know, man. I don't know what the answer is. Yeah, that's you're right, Big X. You're absolutely right, man. It's a tragedy. It happens everywhere. This was one of the most affluent suburbs in the nation.
Yeah, Highland Park is a nice area.
It certainly is. And yeah, obviously, fucking our hearts go out, and it's awful. And man, I didn't think we could bring the show down any more than we started, but there we are.
And finally, Doug says he bet that USC and UCLA can't wait to go to Lincoln in November. And then he asked, will the Cornhuskers win 7 games this season?
I'd have to see their schedule, but it seems doubtful.
Now they open on a neutral site game against Northwestern.
When was the last time they won 7? Did they win 7 games last year?
I will let you know.
Nope,
they went 3-9.
Okay.
They haven't won more than 5 games since 2016.
Okay, that's kind of what I had in my head. I thought they had a better year. I thought they were closer to 6 and 7, shit like that. But okay.
Now under Scott Frost, they're 4-8, 5-7, 3-5, and 3-9.
Okay, so I'm going to go no.
Yeah, just looking at their schedule, like I said, they open with Northwestern, then they have North Dakota.
Okay.
In a matchup. Then they've got Georgia Southern.
Good luck.
Sun Belt team.
I assume that's a home team, a home game.
Yeah, the first one's like I said, neutral. Then the next 4 are at home. Then they get Oklahoma at home.
I have to remind myself of this every year. Georgia Southern triple option team, is that the team? Not a triple option, but like a serious run team.
Yeah,
is that the
heavy run team?
Is that Quad Brown?
Let me double check.
I can't remember of all the Georgia schools who Quad Brown played for. Anyway,
I think Quad Brown played for State. Last year's quarterbacks were Tomlin and Ransom were their top 2 quarterbacks.
So, AJ's talking about broken families. James says, if all the men stepped up and started being fathers, I guarantee a lot of this wouldn't happen. Yeah, I would go along with that. I would say a family unit being intact is extremely important. You talk about problems I have no fucking idea how to fix. There's one for you. I don't know how you make men be more responsible. Good luck. I mean, I don't know. I don't disagree with you at all, James. I think that's a huge part. You know, I did what I could do, Chris. I stayed together with my wife. I raised 4 kids that aren't fucking idiots. I feel like I've done my part for the next generation. You know, I tried to raise good human beings. That's all you can do, man. Hey, let's talk about some baseball. You want to do that?
Oh, you want to finish talking about Nebraska real quick?
Oh, okay, sure. They suck. They're not going to win 7 games.
Yeah, they play at home against Oklahoma. Then they have a bye week. Then they get Indiana. Then they go to Rutgers and Purdue. Then they have another bye week.
I don't give a fuck about their conference schedule. I just
they get to play all the the better teams. It seems like and then out of the East they get Michigan.
Okay, so they've got Rutgers,
Purdue, Illinois, Minnesota, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Iowa.
Okay, let me. All right, I'm going to go through this with you. Let's see if we can somehow, fucking find 7 wins for the.
Can we throw in some forfeits or something?
The football corner.
That's the only way I'm seeing it. Like I said, they get Northwestern in week 1.
Okay, winnable. Where's that at?
That game will be
Soldier Field.
Let me see. Trying to see where it says it is. It just says neutral site.
Got to be Soldier Field. Nobody's letting them. Jerry World's not clamoring for fucking.
Are you saying they're not going to clamor for Northwestern Nebraska?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Okay, so
I am shocked and outraged.
Let's give them a win there. All right, North Dakota.
Oh no, that game's in Ireland.
Of course it is. Well, sure.
Yeah,
that's who they want to see.
Yeah, it's at Aviva Stadium.
You've got the team
in Dublin.
You've got the team of smart guys against the team that thinks the N stands for knowledge. That used to be the joke in the old Big 8, by the way. What's the N stand for in Nebraska's helmet? Knowledge.
So there's that. So
okay.
You're going to give them a shot there, apparently.
All right. So they've got a shot there. Okay. So let's give them a win there. North Dakota. Okay. Sure. That's not the Bison. So they should win that game.
Yeah, that's the Fighting Sioux, I think.
Would they be not anymore? It isn't, but
that's right. I forgot they changed their names.
Would they be favored against North Dakota State?
I don't think so.
Let's say that was the first game we didn't have a game before that to take a look at. Let's say that was the opener. Would they be favored against North Dakota State?
I wouldn't favor them over North Dakota State. I'd probably put North Dakota State. What?
2.5?
Yeah, I was going to say 3.
Yeah. I wouldn't play them. No fucking way. All right, so let's give them wins. Let's give them wins in the first 3. That seems unlikely. My guess is they go 2-1 there. I'm not sure which of those teams they lose to.
I'd say Northwestern because they won't have
coin flip against Northwestern. Okay. All right. So
we're gonna say for the hell of it, we're gonna say they're 3-0 at that point.
Yep. Okay. Nebraska, Oklahoma, that's a loss.
Yep. Then they get Indiana at home after a bye.
Okay, winnable. I'm going to give them 1-1 between Northwestern and Indiana. All right, so then for our purposes, we'll give them a loss there, which makes them 3-2.
3-2. Okay, then they get Rutgers on the road.
Okay, I got my doubts, but let's give them a win there. 4-2.
Then they have Purdue on the road.
Nope.
Then they have a bye. Then they get Illinois at home.
Okay, winnable. 5-2.
Okay, then they've got Minnesota at home.
Yeah, they're done. Let's say they get Minnesota. That's 6.
Then that's death spiral because it's
now they're done.
Yeah, it's Michigan on the road, Wisconsin at home, Iowa on the road.
They're done. So
they basically have to win.
They have to win
both of Northwestern and Indiana. Basically,
they have to win all their non-cons, or All three.
Well, three because they're not going to beat Oklahoma.
2 of their 3 non-cons, and they have to win 2 of 3 against Northwestern, Rutgers, and Purdue, right?
Yeah, or Minnesota.
Or Minnesota would be in that mix too. So that would okay. So good luck.
Yeah, I think if they get to 6, they might have to have a parade.
Yeah, 6. I think 6 is your ceiling. So, all right. Yeah. What a crap.
James said he wonders what the percentage of them covering the games are. Probably not good.
Talking about Nebraska. You're talking about teams that play North Dakota State.
No, I'm thinking he's talking about Nebraska. He says like the Arizona State offense in shambles because you got to remember that too. Now they don't have Adrian Martinez; they got somebody else.
Yeah. Where'd Adrian Martinez go again, Chris?
K-State.
Shut up. Yeah.
you get to replace Skylar Thompson with him.
Yeah. Yep. That's not that big of a downgrade. I can't throw the ball as well as Skylar Thompson, but I think he's probably a better runner.
Yeah, so, well, when you have to run for your life, you learn pretty well how to run.
He'll fit the offense. Okay, that'll be all right. All right. Let's take a look, buddy. Let's do some
guy said named Jim Williams says traffic and weather on the 9s.
Traffic and weather on the 9s here at Just Parlay.
But then Bronco said he thought it was on the 8s. Well, we changed it. Now it's going to be on the 3s just to piss everybody off.
That's right. We're talking about some weather today in some of these games.
Yeah, so let's start off with how about the Red Sox and Tampa Bay?
Okay.
We talked about this game yesterday a little bit because it was going on when we were on the show, and
right.
It was a low-scoring game, and the Rays got out bullpen-dayed by the Red Sox. I mean, how scary is that? They didn't even score any runs.
The student has become the teacher, Chris.
That's true. Jeffrey Springs gets to come back today. He was on the bereavement list, missed his last start. He's 3-2, 225, but he's going against a guy in Pavetta that's been on quite the roll since the calendar flipped in May, Scott.
Yeah.
Remember we talked about how his ERA was over 10. Now he's down to 3.23. He's got 8 wins. He's averaging almost a strikeout an inning.
Yeah, giving up 2 or less in 6 of his last 7. He's definitely on a nice run right now. And the Red Sox, most importantly, they win games for Pavetta. They have won 9 of his last 10 starts. That is a hard train to get in front of, as he was able to get past Toronto with Manoah last time out, giving up just 2 earned over 6 innings. Springs has been had a nice start to the season, but he's struggled a little bit more lately, giving up 4 and 4 1/3, and then giving up 3 his last time out in 6 innings on 7 hits. He doesn't walk a lot of guys. I wouldn't be surprised, Chris, to see this one go under again. How about you?
I agree with you there. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. The wind is blowing out to left center, though, so you do have to watch out for that. It's about 12 miles an hour.
What do we got?
Just means you might rattle a bunch of stuff off the Green Monster instead.
9 is the total right now. Okay.
Yep. I can see it being, 5-3, 5-2.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to go, under 4, but I think right in the 7-8 range is certainly a distinct possibility. As far as the Red Sox, I think you're getting a great price here at -123. Springs, I think, is maybe fine. He's certainly shown some flashes this season, but Pavetta is on an absolute tear right now. The Red Sox.
Bronco said Springsteen.
Nice. That joke, born to run, my friend. Are you a Springsteen guy?
Yeah. I guess you're saying that the glory days have passed.
Yeah. It's not like
they'll pass you by.
It's not like the old days in Youngstown.
We're not talking about the streets of Philadelphia either.
No, absolutely not. I'll just meet you tonight in Atlantic City, buddy. How about that?
But yeah, you look here at Boston.
We can only do this for another hour or so.
Right. Boston plays well at home. Tampa Bay, they're not scoring a ton of runs.
Nope.
I mean, they woke up against Toronto in the last part of that series, but they went right back to form yesterday and put up nothing.
Yep. Yeah, they kind of beat up on Toronto pitching, but before that, and then basically against everybody not named Toronto, they haven't scored shit. So, Yeah, this is a team that you if you count on them to score runs for you, you're going to often be disappointed. I'm not getting in front of Pavetta here. This is -123 is an absolute great price. I don't think there's going to be.
Boston's beating up on left-handed pitching too.
You are absolutely correct, sir. Boston against left-handers averages they
68 or something like that.
Yeah, they actually average about what they do on the year. They've been pretty remarkably consistent. They score 4.7 against all, 4.6 against lefties. So
really, I got 5.6 against lefties.
Really?
Yep. According to covers, it says 4.53 against righties, 5.65 against lefties.
That's wild. I'm using StatFox, which shows me 4.7 for all, 4.7 at home, 4.6 against lefties.
This says that they hit 268 against lefties, 255 against righties, but 5.65 runs per game.
Huh. Okay. Well, so they either do a little better against lefties or a lot better, depending on which stat accumulator you tend to agree with. So.
And James, the winner of the NASCAR race over the weekend was Tyler Reddick, who Rachel will tell you if you see him that he was his honorable mention pick. But unfortunately, that's not the guy he picked on the show.
What kind of bullshit is that? The rest of us do 3 picks. Rachel does 4.
I got 18 picks here. One of them's going to win.
Right? So the guy that's his extra pick wins. He's begging. He's begging on our fucking text chain to let those points count.
Yeah, he wants to have a victory lap and everything else.
Well, I'm like, you're out of your goddamn mind.
I mean, that'd be like, do I get a victory lap because I picked Michael McDowell at 6 zillion to 1 and he finished in the top 10?
No.
That's my point. So why should he go in for a bonus pick? At least McDowell was the guy I picked out of the 3 picks.
Well, I can say we were unanimous on our reaction to his request.
This is true.
I'll just put it nicely and leave it at that. By the way, for those 4 of you that are NASCAR fans out there, or fans of the NASCAR show, I should say, I have good news. Good news. We're going to continue to do our NASCAR show for the foreseeable future. We got the green light on that today. So we'll be putting the band back together once a week. Even after I stop doing this show, I'll be getting together with you and Scott. And, of course, we'll be joined by Rye Cape of Philadelphia. I always have to people from Philly, you got to fucking mention it.
That's true.
From Philly. Rye will be there and filling out the band. And we're going to be doing it for, again, the foreseeable future until we're not. So enjoy that. I know I'm happy. It's going to be a lot of fun.
We're going to do it until we stop doing it, and then we're going to not do it.
I had a good time. It's exactly right.
It's kind of like Murdoch in the A-Team where he's like, those of us will be coming back, will be back. And those of us who won't be back, won't be coming back.
Hard to argue with that, buddy. All right. Take the Red Sox.
Bronco said he was going to ask your wife if you considered naming a kid Spring. Would have fit. It has 6 letters.
Oh, my God, dude.
It has 2 syllables.
Well, no, it only has 1 syllable, but that's okay.
That's true.
But one of the girls could have actually fit because we named the girls. We gave them S names for me. We gave the boy a T name for my wife. I told you this, where they all have 6 letters, 2 syllables.
Yeah.
So
you could have gone with Summer.
Oh my God, I can't believe I almost want to adopt a kid now. What was the line? And was it Bachelor Party? Yeah, I've got my eye on a 17-year-old Vietnamese girl. No, dude, Bronco. You've said some funny shit. That's one of the funniest ever, and it's so obvious. It's so right there. And I'm a Springsteen fan, and that's my own name, and I never thought of it. I can honestly fucking say that. I am ashamed. I just stand humbled before you and our live audience that I have never thought of that before. That's unbelievable.
Better turn in your Springsteen fan club badge.
No shit. I feel like the 8 times I've seen him just.
I mean, then you might have gotten invited backstage if you said, "Yeah, I named my kid Spring and last name Steen." You're like, "Oh, well, come back and have some beer with the E Street Band."
Absolutely. Oh, especially if I brought the kid to the concert. This is Springsteen. It's so nice to meet you. Oh, fucking Bronco, I hate you. I could have gone my whole
now,
life.
now we're gonna hear about this for like the next 6 months about how he's gonna have to go try to find another fucking kid, Dad.
No, but my wife and kids are gonna fucking hear about it because one of them is lucky that they're not named Springsteen.
At least Truman's safe because he got the T name.
Truman was going to be Truman, but one of the girls, they could have absolutely been named Springsteen.
So
one of my daughters is a huge Springsteen fan.
Maybe you should get her to legally change her name.
Oh my God, that'd be funny. Oh, so I'm not dead yet. Okay.
I think I came up with alternative plans. See that? You don't even have to adopt a 17-year-old Vietnamese kid.
For the record, I am quoting a movie. It's not.
I know.
Idea. I just want to be clear. I'm not advocating bringing underage girls over and joining my family. That's just to be clear. By the way,
if she was 18, then he didn't have a problem with
it. As your daughters get older, the age also rises of women you can consider attractive. Like 10 years ago, you could have seen somebody in their early 20s like, oh, that's a very attractive person. But now that my kids are all like mid 20s and beyond, can't do it. Can't look at somebody that can't go to 22, 23. Like, oh no.
Which daughter is it? Is it Sawyer?
The youngest?
Yeah, she's the one that's the Springsteen fan, or is it
no? My middle daughter is Skylar.
Okay.
Huge Springsteen fan. So, rest of the family hates Springsteen. Fucking hates him. My wife fucking hates him with a passion. She hates Springsteen. She hates Springsteen. She hates REM. She hates YouTube. Anybody that tries to like tell you some shit, that tries to fucking hit you over the head with their message, don't like it. She don't like it.
So she doesn't like shiny people, as Space Ghost says.
Dude, I'm just saying. Okay, we got to rock. We've spent 40 minutes talking about nothing. So,
well, come on, it worked for Seinfeld.
We got 10. Well, yeah, but you ain't Seinfeld, buddy. You ain't George, and I ain't Jerry. So we got 10 minutes to talk about 17 more games. Let's do it.
We don't have a show at 3:00. Remember?
People got shit to do.
They're here.
They're here for 45 minutes. They're here for an hour. That's it. That's all we got them. Don't be a dick. Don't do that with people's time. Don't fucking be disrespectful. Come on now. Let's go.
You're still talking. Yeah, I'm going to take the Marlins here over the Angels. It's our good buddy Alcantara going against Syndergaard. I don't like the way the Angels are playing. They're not good on the road. And everybody knows if the Marlins get guys on base, they're going to run on Syndergaard. He gives up stolen base lead. They're going out of style. The Marlins, I looked. Alcantara's thrown at least 7 innings in each of his last 10 starts, so you're going to get a ton of innings out of him. If you want to look at the strikeout prop on him too, I think over 7.5 is going at plus money. The Angels, meanwhile, are dead last in the majors by striking out 9.67 or 9.68 times a game.
The whiff.
Yep. Trout's 0 for his last 14. I don't have a lot of faith in the Angels.
No, I'm the same way. I'm on this too. I've got the Angels team total under.
What was it at? 3.5?
3.5.
Yeah.
I just wanted to. In fact, I didn't look it up today. I did it last night before it was really up. I was guessing it was going to be juicy, like 125, 130, just because it's 7 and the Marlins are favored. So I figured we'd be paying a little juice on it. But it's. By the way, I was reading Alcantara's stats yesterday, and I've been saying it's not Alcantara, which is what I've been saying, or Alcantara. It's Alcantara. So
we'll just call him the front pitch, the front rotation guy for the Marlins.
Oh, that seems to be a struggle for you too. So, he's been very good, man. I just wanted to take Syndergaard out of the equation, and I wanted to take the Miami offense out of the equation. So that's why I went with the team total over. But I have no interest in the Angels in this spot. No way.
I think and Miami's won 5 in a row.
I don't want to. Angels aren't scoring anyway. By the way, they've scored shit. They haven't scored more than 4 in the last 9 games, and those 4 came against the White Sox. But everybody else,
White Sox, way to go for some runs.
They scored 4 exactly in the 3 games against the White Sox. Scored 4 runs in all 3 games. So I don't have much interest in the run line here. I don't want to get involved in Miami at home trying to cover a number.
Miami's actually good at home, which is strange because I looked it up. They're 10th in scoring at home.
Yeah, they're not, and I will admit I have a bias from the last 2
I thought you were going to say from Wei and Chen.
No. Oh, again, just every once in a while. You know, it was the Presbyterian football team last year. It was 2 years before that. It was YN Chen home road splits.
As Darvish this year, really.
Yeah, he's been better on the road, but he's a monster at home. He's practically unbeatable at home. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this. Let's go.
All right. I'm going to take the Yankees over the Pirates. Jameson Taillon going against Jose Quintana. The Pirates don't score when Quintana pitches. And I think I've read when I was doing this yesterday, they've lost 6 of his last 8 starts, something along those lines. And, you know, the Yankees had a day to brood yesterday after getting shut out Sunday. That doesn't bode well if you're the Pirates.
You're going to have an angry Yankees team, are you? Is that what you're saying?
Well, wouldn't you be pissed off if you got shut out?
I would.
And Pittsburgh can't keep up with the Yankees even on a good day most of the time, offensively.
Okay, very good. And this is a Yankees team that's pretty healthy right now. They've got some pieces out of the bullpen, but
yeah,
day-to-day players, everybody's healthy. You brought up a great point. They don't Quintana just when he pitches well, they generally don't score for him, and when he pitches poorly, I mean they
when he pitches poorly, then they score.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So they'll lose 7-5. They win 8-7. Yeah, I've got to play the Yanks there. That's not any. This is the time of year where anytime you see the Yankees at less than 200, you have to seriously consider it, and simply because, Chris, they're winning 3/4 of their games, right?
Yep.
So consequently, every time you're getting the Yankees below -300, statistically, it's a great price.
Right.
So if you're getting them in the 180 range, you got to suck it up and fucking do it. You just have to. And knowing you're going to win that bet 2 or 3 times or better.
Yeah, I had to fight with myself about this one. I'm going to go with the Guardians here. I like the way Quantrill's pitched of late. I know the Guardians bit me yesterday because they didn't score much against the Tigers, even though people were saying in the first game during the show they should have been teeing off on that guy. Fortunately, today they get Drew Hutchison, who gets to suck at 2 sports. I mean, he wasn't any good at football. He hasn't really been any good at baseball either.
Now, I would like to put a qualifier on that by saying he was so bad at football, he was only one of the best 150 quarterbacks in the world, and he sucks at baseball. He's probably one of the best 250 baseball pitchers in the world. So,
but are you going to put him near the front of a rotation?
I'm not.
Are you going to put him as a starting quarterback in the National Football League?
Not yet. I think he has a lot better chance of being at the front of rotation than he does to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. I'll just say that. I'm just saying, hats off to anybody that played at that level.
I'm just saying, as far as, compared to the other guys that he's going up against, then comparatively he sucks.
Right.
Against a regular Joe Blow or Reichel, no, then he's good. But when you're comparing him to, guys like Alcantara and Bieber and those guys, then he doesn't look so good.
No, he's very fadeable right here. And this is a Detroit team that, again, you talk about it, another team that definitely has their offensive struggles especially against good pitchers. So I'm fine with this play right here. Decent price. Cleveland's a visit. I would consider the run. I would consider the run line here.
They're in Comerica, so
and that's
he said they'll get 9 ABs.
Right, and the Yankees are on the road too, right? Is that game in Pittsburgh?
That's correct. Yep.
Yeah, I'd consider the run line in both of those. All right, let's go. Mets, sure.
Yeah, like we said, Scherzer and Lodolo. Like you said, Scherzer might not go long, but
you never know.
We saw the Mets pile up a bunch of runs yesterday.
Yep. Absolutely.
And the Reds like to give away runs. It's like a giveaway. It's like Oprah, you get a run, and you get a run, and you get a run, and everybody gets a run.
Yeah,
unless you play for the Reds.
Yeah, they have the distinction of having a terrible rotation backed up by an awful bullpen. So.
But other than that, their pitching is great.
It's fantastic. If you want to play the money line on that, it's going to pay you 161 on 100, 295, almost 3-1. If you were to lay the run line on the Yankees and Guardians, which I think we recommend.
Yeah.
The other one, I'm a little sketchier on the run line because of the Marlins. But if you want to play the money line, 163, relatively close to the first play. And you want to play the run line there, it's going to pay you a little bit more because you're getting some positive numbers there on both of them. We're going to pay you $377 on $100. So very good.
Ready for four-teamer?
I am. Let's do it.
All right. Look, there's the Red Sox. We already talked about it.
Yeah. Braves.
Yeah. I know it's a little shaky with our good buddy from Jethro Tull pitching for the Braves, but I don't like Andre Palante necessarily because he's pitched well, but he's due for some regression. He's got a 131 whip. I don't think he's going to maintain that low 2 ERA forever. And the Cardinals bullpen is missing a couple of key arms. Cabrera and I think it's McFarland are out with COVID. Helsley got tagged up by the Marlins last week. I just don't have a ton of faith in St. Louis's bullpen. It's something that they're going to have to look at prior to the deadline.
Fair enough. You know what? I thought I'm still waiting for Palante to shit the bed. He really hasn't, but they've lost 3 straight that he's pitched. I learned my lesson yesterday. The stove's hot. Keeping my hand off of it today, man. I'll go ahead and give a slight nod to sitting on a park bench there.
Yeah, I'm hoping that he can get back to form. I mean,
yeah,
like you said, he's been bad. He had a horrible month of June.
Phillies going up against the Nats.
Yeah, I'm just fading the Nats because they're the Nats. I don't know a ton about Sanchez, who's pitching for Miami, or not Miami, sorry, for Philadelphia, and it's Espino for the Nationals.
Yeah, I want no part of this. I don't have confidence in Sanchez, and I'm not in this lifetime going to back the Nationals. So,
well, I put that one of these as the best option out of the. I didn't want to put the Astros at -260 or Mitch White at 250 or.
Oh no, I know.
Yeah, I wasn't sure as hell wasn't going to put Kikuchi in there.
It's that time of year, buddy. You got to make some bad choices.
Yeah, and I avoided Alex Wood.
I get that.
And the White Sox, I'm going to take Kopech over everybody's favorite 3+ inning pitcher,
Chris Archer.
Yeah, I looked. He hasn't gone more than 5 innings in it all season.
No, he's more about the girth than the length. No question about it. All right, very good.
He's a beanpole.
Hey, if you wanted to put those plays together, nice little payout there, $829 on $100. If you wanted to play the run lines on every one of them, and there's 4 games up there, no totals, so that's going to increase it substantially, almost almost fourfold right there. Take you to $32.92 on $100. That's a 33-1 on a 4-teamer, Chris. It's a pretty good payout. Just saying.
Yeah, a healthy number. I mean, if you put a gun to my head and asked me which one I wouldn't necessarily trust on the run line, it would probably be the White Sox.
Okay.
I mean, Atlanta, we know, scores a lot at home. We talked about Boston. We talked about Tampa Bay's issues, and we know Washington is not good.
Not good, Bob. Not good. All right, sir. Let's take a shot in the dark. Let's throw some paint against the wall.
Yeah, we'll start with Mookie Betts over 1.5 total bases. How this is plus money, I don't understand.
Okay.
He's facing Herman Marquez. Do I need to say anything else?
No, not really. Not if you're followers of the show. We're not big fans of Herman Marquez, and he has had a rough season.
Pete Alonso over 1.5 total bases. He only had 1 hit yesterday, but guess what? It was a double.
Yep, I saw that.
Devers should go over 1.5 total bases. He's at plus money too. I don't get it.
Okay.
Archer under 14.5 outs. I just told you he hasn't gone more than 5 innings in a start all year.
Yep.
He's made 14, 15 starts. He's gone 60+ innings.
Yep. I think that's a solid play for sure. Alvarez over 1.5 bases.
Yeah, he hit a homer yesterday. That's all we needed to know.
Certainly did. Taking on the Royals again.
Sure. Going to take Art Vandelay over 3.5 strikeouts.
Did both of those Houston props hit yesterday?
Alvarez did. Tucker only had went 1 for 3 and walked twice.
All right, Jason Alexander, the Brewers over 3.5 strikeouts at plus money. I don't hate that.
Yeah, I mean, he's facing the Cubs, and the Cubs like to whiff.
Okay, Baltimore over the Rangers. Fan of that play. Mariners over the Padres. What's the pitching matchup there, buddy? Logan
Gilbert and Clevenger.
Yeah, I'm still not on the Clevenger Express yet. I'm okay. That's a nice little 6-5 bump. I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm not sold on Clevenger either. He can't stay healthy, and when he does pitch, he was good his last time out. but it does against the Diamondbacks.
Right. That's what I want to see more from before I'm ready to jump on the Clevenger.
The Clevenger Express.
Arenado even money. Okay, solid.
Yeah, he's got what? He's like 9 for 17 in July.
And you're in the Piper's Den, buddy. Rowdy Tellez over 1.5 total bases plus 125. There you go.
Yeah, I thought that was a healthy number.
Give it to me. Give it to me. Shoot that shit in my veins, Chris. Hey, if you put all those 10 together, $100 you wager, I pay 128 grand. 128 gur, everybody. And it gets better. You want to throw $100 and really got some gamble in you, play those run lines, getting that plus 170, plus 180. Oh, yeah. That's going to pay you $226,000 on $100, Chris. You put an extra 100 grand in your pocket just taking the run lines. How about that?
Yeah, like you said, that you can buy some more fireworks.
Absolutely.
What kind of BMW could you get for 100 grand? Because yesterday you said the difference would be a starter level BMW.
Yeah, I think you get a pretty nice one. Maybe a little convertible. You certainly get a convertible BMW for 100 grand.
There you go.
I'm in.
What do you mean I can't be your latex salesman? God damn it. This just sucks.
You want to be my latex salesman. All right, Chris, any final thoughts? Any final thoughts, please?
Like you said, it's a full slate tonight. Take note, the Mariners game is the one game that starts early. It starts at 4:10. Everything else starts this evening.
Okay.
I'm looking for a big night from how are we going to pronounce his name now?
Alcantara.
Yeah, that guy.
There you go.
I think he's going to have a big night. I think Syndergaard and the Angels are going to continue to struggle.
Very good.
And like Crystal said, be careful with the Blue Jays because, like she said, their heads might not be in it right now. And
yeah, I'm taking a little Canadian vacation, buddy.
I don't blame you.
They're a good enough team. I'm probably not going to fade them a bunch. But I don't trust their consistency right now. So, all right, guys, that's it. Tuesday's in the can. We appreciate you stopping by. As always, I want to wish you best of luck on all of your plays.
Yes, Nathan. I had the Marlins up on the list there. So
yes, Marlins on the list. I was a little unsure about the run line, but Chris pointed out that they score more runs than I really give them credit for. So,
and the Angels are tied for 25th in runs on the road.
They do not score. They do not score on the road. Yep, we talked about that in my video as well. So, all right, guys, have a great day. Thanks for joining us. Hope everybody had a good 4th holiday. Hopefully not too hungover, not too logy from all the extra helpings of dessert yesterday. But we're back in the swing of things, ready to get rocking and rolling. So, everybody have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. We'll do it again tomorrow, same time, 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central. You know me and Chris, we're going to ramble for a while, but when we talk sports, you know it's going to be
just parlays.
You guys take care. We'll see you tomorrow.